Hey, this is Walker Murakami and Cameron Quackenbush, and we're going to teach you about quadratic inequalities.
Okay, so the definition for a quadratic inequality is an inequality where one side is a quadratic polynomial and the other is a zero. So the basic, or the standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c is greater or is less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, or just less than or greater than 0. Okay, so here's an example of a quadratic inequality. So on the left side you have a quadratic polynomial, and on the right side you have a 0. So to start, you're going to factor the left side out. So it's going to become x minus 5 times x plus 1. And that's all still going to be greater than 0. Okay, so then you take each individual part and you're going to find where that is equal to 0. So x minus 5 equals 0, and x plus 1 equals 0. Add 5, minus 1, minus 1. So x is equal to 5, and x is equal to negative 1. So these two are where the zeros are located for this equation. Okay, so since the equation has zeros at x equals 5 and x equals negative 1, so now we move on to a sign chart. Okay, so here you have 5, that's 0, that's 5, and my bad. Negative 1, 0. And then your solution. So everything to the left of 5 is going to be negative on the graph of the original. And the same thing with negative 1. That's all negative. And positive to the right. Positive, 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 positive. So when your solution, there we go, it's going to be, so a negative times a negative is a positive. So positive when x is less than 1, and positive times a positive, over here, is also a positive, but a positive times a negative is a negative. So the solution is when x is greater than 5, or x is less than negative 1. And there you go.
Okay, for our next example, we're going to do x squared plus 8x plus 7 is greater than 0. So here again, you have your quadratic polynomial and your 0. So what you need to do now is factor it out. So you're going to get x plus 7 and x plus 1 is greater than 0. And then you will set those equal to 0. So it's going to be x plus 7 equals 0. Then x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals -7 and x equals -1. Okay, so you're going to have your x plus 1 function and your x plus 7, and then your solution line on the bottom. So, at -7, and in between -7 and -1, here, so anything that is lower than -7 will make all these negatives. And then anything less than -1 will make all these ones negative on this top one, but all of these will be positive on this bottom one. And then to the right, they will both be positive. So a negative times a negative is going to be a positive, and then a negative times a positive is going to be negative, and then a positive is going to be positive again. So your answers are x, when x is, okay, so your final answer is going to be x is greater than -1, or x is less than -7. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps, and good luck.